The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Let's get up. Let's get after. Let's do our thing. Let's look at these markets. Let's see where we're at. Let's see if we can make some money this week. Let's see if we can do our thing, guys. It is going to be a short trading week this week on the stock market because of 4th of July falls on a Friday and the markets are closed. So we are going to get the jobs report actually a day early this week. So it's gonna be a interesting week. Got the big beautiful bill that looks like it's getting ready to try to pass either today or tomorrow. They're debating that thing right now. I don't know. It's big. I don't know how beautiful it is, but it's big. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. It looks like it's going to pass. All signs point to it passing. We'll see what effect that has on the stock market. My assumption is it's going to have zero effect on the markets. I think everything's priced in. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But definitely a lot going on this 4th of July. This 4th of July week. And we are ready to rock and roll this week, man. See what's happened. Had a great pump up in crypto yesterday. Last night, the Asian markets pumped the markets a little bit, and then they kind of dumped them a little bit as well, which is pretty common for a pump up like that. So, a little bit of a pullback, but the markets look absolutely phenomenal. Looks like 4th of July week is starting to move in the right direction. Last day of the second quarter, like Selmo says, last day of the second quarter. We're definitely looking at that third and fourth quarter to be a little bit more bullish than the first two quarters. We'll see what's going to happen. Obviously, there's a lot of macro economics at play here, but we'll see. We'll see what's up. A lot of great news coming. A lot of great news out there. So, I think Q3, Q4 going to get interesting. I think Q4 is going to be the quarter where we start to see a lot of this stuff start to go away. The markets really start to pump up. The stock market here in the United States, they're trading great, setting all-time highs or close to all-time highs. So a lot of good stuff going on. And like I said, this week we get that jobs report a day early. Jerome Powell speaking at some summit in Portugal. We'll see what he says about interest rates. I don't think we're going to get a cut here probably until, I don't know, maybe middle of Q3, Q4. I think we might start to see some cuts. So we'll see what's up, see what happens. Let's get into it. Good morning, Selmo. Good morning, my brother. Good morning. Good morning, Junior. What's up? What's up? Good morning, my man. My man Heat's in the building. Good morning to my man Heat. What's up, dog? What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing, man? We on fire, baby. We on fire. Markets are looking good, Heat. Markets are looking real good. I like the setup. We talked about it on Friday. I thought the setup was looking really good. I still think the setup for crypto is looking really good. I think the setup for the markets are looking good. So hit that like button, hit that share button. Get on out there and do that because it helps the channel. James, good morning. Good morning. How are you? Selmo, man, Seiko, we should see him rolling around this week. You know, first of the month coming tomorrow. So we should see my man Seiko rolling around. You know, EBT credits come out right around the first of the month. So see my boy rolling through here, buying a little bit of crypto. You know, first of the month. So everything looks good, guys, and like where we're at. So let's see what we got going on. I'll see my man Elmo in here this morning. He must still be trying to get that pie together. Uh, Judge Torres, Judge Torres needs to figure out. Yeah, Judge Torres needs to figure some stuff out with XRP. They need to get that thing settled, man. They definitely need to get that thing settled. And Torres, and the thing about it is like either Judge Torres can figure it out, or XRP could just go ahead and pay the fine that they put out there at the beginning and end this thing, one or the other. But I would like to see a decrease in the in what XRP, what Ripple has to pay. But we'll see what's going to happen. But eventually, this case got to come to an end. One, everybody's sick of hearing about it, and two, it's affecting the XRP price. It's got to be affecting Ripple on the back end of their business deals. So they definitely need to bring this thing to an end. Get into these markets. We got this bond market. Yeah, we're over here on the bond market. This is where the debt sits. Interest rates are down. That's a good thing. That's actually a good thing. When the bonds are in red, that's actually good. That's less interest people are paying right now. People are buying these bonds at cheaper rates, so it's actually good. It's actually a good thing. There's Elmo. He must have. We called him twice, and there he is. What's up? Good morning, Elmo. Good morning, my brother. It's like the Candy Man. I think Selmo. Is that it? The Candy Man, where you're yelling at, where you say his name a certain amount of times in the mirror and they show up. There's Elmo right there. We were wondering whether he was KYCing or not, but must have pulled him away from that. Pie, baby, pie. Where's that pie? But Asian markets, they traded good. What's up, Ken? What's up, baby? What's up, Ken? How are you, man? I seen you in here, Ken. How are you? 3 times. Okay, you gotta call him 3 times, Ken. Yeah, well, all right. He heard you mention pie. He heard you mention pie. He popped up. Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. So when he heard me mention pie, and he just said, "Whoop, hold on, my time to shine." Oh man. I'll be KY. Yo, you be KY'd up, man. Pie got you KY'd up, baby oiled up, man. They got you everywhere, man. They got you everywhere, man. Oh man. Yo, you see Diddy, man. They're about to send that Diddy to the jury, man. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Diddy. Diddy might walk, man. Diddy might walk up out of there. I don't know. We're gonna see. But you got the Asian markets, they traded well last night. European markets over there where Ken is, they look like they're trading good. They look like they're trading good over there as well. Ken's dumping them profits in there. So Ken's doing his thing over there. So we'll see how much money Ken's gonna put into the market. What's BTC doing? Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there, John. BTC looks good. This morning when I was looking at BTC, looked like it was about 107.5, somewhere up in there. Hit that like button, hit that share button, y'all. As you guys roll in, helps the channel, helps me. I really appreciate it. But BTC was trading around 107.5 this morning. We'll see if it goes up. I think it's gonna go up today. Last night it got around 108, had a little pullback yesterday, late last night. I think it get back up to around 108 today. Is where I think it's going to go. I think that we're setting higher lows and higher highs. So I think 108 is kind of where we can expect to see BTC at today. United States pre-market is looking really, really good right now, looking really good. So it looks like we're going to trade well, and that's a good thing for crypto as well. Canada's going to pull back on some of these taxes that they were going to put on the big tech stocks. Obviously, this negotiation continues to go on, and the tariff talk needs to come to an end. Let's go ahead and pass this what they're calling the big beautiful bill. It's big, like I said before, it's big. I just don't know how beautiful it is, but let's go ahead and get that thing out of the way, so we can concentrate back on these tariffs and get these things taken care of, so the markets can move on. TikTok might have a buyer. We'll see what's up with that. But who can, that's not really going to affect the markets. But hey, what the hell? News is news, right? Tesla's looking good. Nvidia's looking phenomenal. Circle's looking good. So all the tech stocks are looking really good. So like to see that. Like to see what we have going on over there. Let's check the gold price real quick. That'll kind of lead us into crypto. Gold price is up right now, so that's good. That means people kind of are leaning a little bit towards gold right now. But oil prices, let's hope they're down. Yeah, they're down this morning. Oil prices are down this morning, which is a good thing. So yeah, markets are looking real good. Manipulation, yeah, they're gonna manipulate this market. Metaplanet is on the move. Okay, we might get there. We'll get to DeFi. We'll look at it. See what's up. See what's up with that. Likewise, look at new and good projects. See what's up. But Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 52. Definitely on the increase. We're still sitting in neutral, but definitely sitting better than we were on Friday. Altcoin season, 19 out of 100. Took a little bit of a step back there, but you would anticipate that over the weekend. Definitely anticipate altcoin season take. Just the weekends are tough for altcoins. So we'll see. Let's see where we had this morning, but look at $3.13 trillion right now is the market cap for cryptocurrency, and definitely that's on the move up since Friday. So more money's coming back into this market. Metaplanet. Metaplanet is using the MicroStrategies. Hold on. That's the one. Yeah, I heard about Metaplanet. It's a hotel in Japan. That made big news, Joe, not too long ago, that they were using MicroStrategy stuff. I want to cover too at some point here. I got to go back and look, but there's a big gaming company that's now starting to use Ethereum. They're starting to buy Ethereum, kind of like MicroStrategies was buying Bitcoin and just loading up their balance sheets. So, this is happening, guys. This is happening. But yeah, Metaplanet, I gotta take a look at that. But yeah, so definitely the crypto market cap's up 3.1 trillion, 3.31 trillion, which is huge. We'll get some ETF news as the day starts to move on and the markets start to open. So yeah, it's we'll see what happens with the ETFs. I think the ETFs will have a good day. Got some Solana ETF news that's really pumping the Solana price, and it's it's big news. The Solana ETF is huge news, and we're going to get into that in a minute because it's going to be something a little bit different. It's like buying MicroStrategies at $10. Oh, yeah, we're going to look at it. I want to have a look at that because I heard some news about that, and I was like, I kind of passed it by. I didn't really do a lot of research on it, but definitely want to look at it. Yeah, definitely want to look at that one, and definitely I gotta go back and look at the gaming company that's buying the Ethereum and stacking it away, kind of like MicroStrategies did with Bitcoin as well. So see if I can't get into that. You don't even fuck with stocks, but that's yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't mess with stocks. I mess with both. I mess with stocks and crypto. Where there's money to be made, we're gonna make it. Where there's money to be made, we're going and there is money to be made on the stock market. Okay, James, you got precious metals and crypto. Yeah, I mean, precious metals is good, especially gold. Gold is good to hold. I mean, gold's always going to hold its price. Uh, Yeah, 250. Is it 255? I thought it was closer to 260. Companies hold BTC now. But yeah, 255. It's in the ballpark. Sounds about right. But the thing about it is you're pretty much going to start to see a lot of these companies start to pick up Solana and Ethereum too. I'm long on Ondo. I'm long on Ondo too, John. I'm long on Ondo. We'll get into. I got something on Ondo this morning. Let's go ahead. Let's get right into this news. But the Bitcoin dominance here, 64.7%. Doing great. I mean, the dominance is starting to tick up. Ethereum still holding that 9% dominance, which is good. But yeah, let's go ahead. I got a couple news articles. I think it's gonna move this market. Well, right here, Ondo price test key resistance after bouncing off its yearly low, right? So when we come over here and we look at Ondo Finance right now sitting at 76 cents. If you just go ahead and look back here on right around Monday, right around Monday, the 22nd, and you pull this chart back, Ondo was at its yearly low right there on Monday. And when you look at it, it was right around 60, about 68 cents, somewhere up in there. And that's its yearly low. So if you would have bought that Ondo dip right there, you would have been looking pretty decent, especially with it being at that yearly low right there. And you got Ondo Finance, you got blockchain coming out, public-private blockchain. But to buy something at its yearly low, you're getting it at a great price. So when you look at this thing right here was right. I believe right here was your opportunity right here at right around 60. Right around 65 cents, right? Let's just call it even 65 cents. Right here was the best opportunity to get in, right? And your stochastic RSI was telling you that this was the best time to get in, right? This was it. It was all the way down here at oversold, and it started to make its move back to the upside. It was right there. We're looking on the 4-hour chart, right? So right there, it banged its low. You pull the chart back. If you would have just looked at that and pulled the chart back and just looked at it, you would have seen Ondo hasn't been to this point, this low, since 2020, 2023, 2024, right there. So right there was a monster opportunity for people to get into Ondo. And then when this thing launches the Ondo chain, and it really starts to move these bonds and stocks and things on this Ondo chain, this thing's gonna be absolutely massive, massive. But yeah, right there. I mean, you're still at a low right now, right? You're still, 76 cents is still a steal for Ondo, right? You look at it right here where it sits right now. It's bouncing off this nasty resistance point that it has. See if we can turn that into support. But where we've been trading in about the last month, you haven't seen that trading numbers in about a year, right? So we're definitely down in here into the EMAs, the moving averages, the 200, the 50, the 10-day, all of these moving averages. We've been sitting in here for a week or so, and you start to see the breakout right now. You start to see it breaking above these moving averages right now, and definitely moving to the upside. So Ondo right now is hot. Ondo right now is hot, and it's still Ondo's extremely cheap right now for where it's going, and it's on the ledger as well. Ondo and the XRP ledger, they're sharing. They got a good partnership going on. So Ondo's really started to expand. So this is a project I'm really really high on. And I think we've just seen the beginning of what Ondo's about to do, and I do think that they're suppressing the price. Right, institutions are suppressing the price right now, much like they did with Chainlink. For a long time, they suppressed the price so that they could load their bags. But when Ondo Chain comes out, this thing's gonna be absolutely massive. Uh, what's a good short squeeze to play right now? That's tough. That's a tough call, someone. Because That's a tough call because a lot of these markets are going to dictate. It's gonna be dictated by this bill, and I don't know. I haven't really looked at a good short squeeze right now, but man, it's that's a tough call because these markets are so 50-50 right now. Uh, I have lots of Ondo. Yeah, James, that's a good call. I have lots of Ondo. But yo, I keep loading up on Ondo as well, James. I think Ondo is going to be uh, when this bull market really kicks off. People that have slept on Ondo they're going to feel sorry. When is the Ondo chain coming out? I'm not sure they're testing it right now. They actually tested it with J.P. Morgan a couple weeks ago. Once the testing phase is over, then they'll launch it. I'm assuming that it's probably ready. They're just waiting for the right time to launch it. They haven't come out with a date yet, but I'm just assuming that they're probably waiting for the right time. When the markets are pumping, they're probably waiting for that time, and then they'll go ahead and launch it. All right, Junior, man, have a great one, man. I'll check you out on Wednesday, brother. Have a good one. Just buy more Pepe. Pepe pumped last night, and I'm happy with where Pepe is. Uh, Arrow. Yeah, I'm huge on Aerodrome Finance. Ondo and Aerodrome Finance, I'm really big on. I think both of them projects are going to do absolutely phenomenal. With Aerodrome getting ready to be integrated into the Coinbase app, I think Aerodrome's going to take off. Especially that integration was key for Aerodrome, and the fact that they're going to be in that app, and you're going to be able to buy all of your base DeFi projects right out of the Coinbase app via Aerodrome. You're going to be at that. That's huge. That's huge for Aerodrome. Where Air and the price is reflecting it. Like right when we look at Aerodrome right now, you look at it. It's the RSI right now is saying it's a little bit overbought, which makes sense because it's sitting at 82 cents right now. So it's a little bit overbought. It's above the moving averages. You've seen it bust out of the moving averages right here on the 4 hour chart, and it put up 1, 2, 3 candles outside of these moving averages. So it makes sense. It's a little bit overbought right now. Expect a little bit of a pullback as we come back down here and people start to sell off a little bit. But Aerodrome is going to be monstrous when this thing is released inside the Coinbase app. This it's going to be it's going to be a monster. Less than $1 billion market cap is less than $1 billion market cap. Like I said, Otto's got nothing but great upside to it, and I've been loading up on Aerodrome. You pull this thing back, and you just pull this chart back a little bit, and you're sitting up in here. I'm just gonna throw a number out here. You're way off of where this thing was, right around that $2 range. So Aerodrome's got a huge upside. So I don't think you haven't even begun to see what Aerodrome's going to do yet. When it's released inside of that Coinbase app and it starts to hit all of them users that aren't really comfortable with DeFi, but they can do it right inside that app, this thing gonna be a beast. It's gonna be an absolute beast. We just looked at that one, the Ondo price, but right here's why Solana's pumping, and here's why Solana will continue to pump as actual Solana token now. Right before everything was getting pushed by meme coins, right? The meme coin volume over there was pretty pumping up Solana, and it was really moving the Solana price. Solana's starting to move into a different animal, a different beast right here. And what's going on is Solana's about to get the first ETF out there that allows staking, right? Which is key because now these stock market investors can come over here, buy the Solana ETF, stake it, and earn yield, right? And this thing went to the SEC, and they came back and had no further comments requested, right? Which means this thing could be launched any day, right? And when this came out, now you started to see that Solana price pump yesterday, right around $155 down. It was down to 120, 130, somewhere up in there. And you started to see this thing really start to pump up beginning of last night. I mean, you look at it again, you come down in here into around Monday or Tuesday, you're looking at a price level right around 132. Let's call it 132. You're starting to see this thing move right up in here. You started to see this thing move. The news started to break. Now you're looking at Solana being the first ETF where now the stock market can stake that away, earn their yield, right? So now they're earning something for holding this ETF. And people say, well, why not Ethereum? Why not BTC? Why didn't they do this with Ethereum? Why didn't they do this with BTC? Well, one, nobody really applied for that, right? Nobody applied for that type of ETF. And two, they wouldn't, Ethereum's a different beast. It's mintable. It's it's got this protocol written into the contract where it becomes deflationary then inflationary, and it's just a beast to try to get an ETF to give you yield on that. So Solana is going to be the first one with the staking mechanism in it, and you just think about the investors on the stock market. What they buy these dividend stocks. Well, why do they buy them? Because they want this yield, right? And then now you have the first Solana ETF that's about to give you this yield when this thing comes out. And the key here is no further comments from the SEC, which means they're good with this ETF. They don't have any more questions. They're good with it. They're ready to rock and roll. So this brings the cryptocurrency ETFs to a whole nother level. If you can get a staking mechanism over there on the stock market, that brings it. And this is going to send Solana. Sorry to tell everybody, that looked at Solana as maybe being dead, but this is going to send Solana. Uh, 20 billion potential for Aerodrome. I agree. I think Aerodrome could be a $20 billion project easily, especially if it catches on the Coinbase app and people really start to utilize it. I think 20 billion is definitely on the table for Aerodrome. But yo, this news right here will send Solana, guys, and Solana will be massive, right? Get over here to the blockchain. DeFi Llama sometimes works, sometimes it cuts up. They need to upgrade their servers or something over here. But you guys look at BSC right now, 24-hour trading volume, $7.8 billion in 24-hour trading volume. BSC is absolutely smoking every other blockchain that's out here when it comes to 24-hour trading volume. I mean, look at Ethereum. So only sitting at $1.57 billion compared to 7.5 billion on BNB. Ethereum's absolutely getting its ass handed to it when it comes to 24-hour trading volume by BSC. And this has been happening for weeks. We've been looking at this, if not months. And usually these two would flip flop each other along with Solana. The top three would kind of go back and forth, but they're not going back and forth anymore. These guys, they're not even playing right now. They're not even playing in the same league as BSC. Solana sitting at $1.5 billion in 24-hour trading volume, which isn't bad for a Sunday. Base absolutely got hammered. Their 24-hour trading volume over the weekend absolutely got freaking demolished. Sitting at $504 million right now. I mean, this thing was trading about $1 billion in 24-hour trading volume, and they lost half of their trading volume over the weekend. I don't know what the hell is going on with Base, but usually you have a downturn on the weekend, but you usually don't get hammered like this. They got freaking demolished. Arbitrum is sitting at 308 million right now. It's we'll see where Arbitrum goes. I think Arbitrum is going to be a monster in this bull run right here. Their price action is just like crazy right. I mean, it's good right now. It's steady. It's good. They seem to be, moving on the blockchain over there and have decent volume. Price action on their token seems to be pretty good. So we'll see. We'll see if Arbitrum can come up here and take over this number 4 spot and really start to move up. But yo, I can't believe, like, I'm absolutely shocked at the amount of volume that Base has lost over the weekend. That's terrible. That's terrible. And I don't know why, but that's rough. The markets were good this weekend too. The markets were pretty steady this weekend. So you can't even blame it on the market. The market itself was pretty damn steady. So I don't, that's not good. That's not a good situation. So got a lot of people over here listening, either on X or on YouTube. Go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and smash that share button. We're just going over some price action, some news, and we're looking at some stuff. But helps the channel out, and I really appreciate it. Helps me out. Helps the channel out. Keeps us up in the old algorithm. So I really would like for you guys to go ahead and smash that like and share button. A lot of people that are on here listening don't really hit that like button. Just at least hit the like button, hit the share button. You look at Arbitrum right now, sitting up on the day, up 19.3%. This is why I kind of like this project. You get very, very positive price action off of Arbitrum. Aerodrome, we just talked about it, up another 6.7% today. 24-hour trading volume doing really, really well. We got our boy Pepe up to 2.7%, looking good, looking solid, looking good, looking solid. OP's another project that you can look at from a blockchain perspective that's got a low market cap but has a potential to do some numbers. Sitting up 4.3% right now, so definitely looking good. OP is definitely looking good right now. Market in general is looking good. Is looking decent. Coming off of a weekend, it's looking good. Got Ethereum. I mean, Bitcoin sitting at 107.9. When we started the stream this morning, it was sitting at 107.5. So told you that 108 mark, probably where we're headed. Definitely looks like it's on its way there. Ethereum sitting at $2,465. Looks like it's having a hard time holding on to 2,500. Don't forget to share. That's right, Ken. Don't forget to share the stream, guys. Kick us up in the algo. But yeah, Ethereum. When we look at Ethereum, it's 2,460 some dollars. Having a very, very hard time holding on 25. I don't understand why, but Ethereum's 2,500 level is right around the 0.05 on the Fibonacci retracements, right around 0.05 level. So that's a massive resistance level for Ethereum right now, and it should be sitting at that 0.5 level. It's hard to break a 0.5 level on a fib, and when you usually do, usually take off, right? But man, it just keeps bouncing off of this price right here. Eventually, you have to break through. Eventually, you have to make that break above there, or you gotta have a massive retracement. I don't think Ethereum will have a massive retracement. I think they'll break through that $2,500 level, but they definitely need to pick up some steam, because they just keep getting beat down off of that. And you look at as we're looking at the stochastic RSI, you have the crossover happening right now, which means you're kind of way overbought here, getting ready to go into the sell-off mode. So, but that's not a bad thing. It probably needs to sell off just a little bit before it can move back to the upside in a positive way. So, but yeah, Ethereum's 2,500 level is not a level it seems to want to trade at, and that's been for months. So they definitely have to break above that level. What's this here? Fourth. July crypto. I heard that people were talking about there is going to be a big 4th of July cryptocurrency announcement. We'll see. Announcements are, I think, like, since Trump got elected, I think people are kind of played out on announcements. We talked about this on Friday. We got to see action, right? They announce a lot of stuff, but then, like, where's our Bitcoin strategic reserve, right? Where's the Genius Act? Where's all this stuff, right? So, like, I don't know about all these announcements and how, I mean, they'll pump the market for a minute, but they can't sustain it, because until something's done, it's just talk, right? That's all it is, just talk. I want to, we got to FUD something, right? So, here we are. I tried to tell you guys about this project right here, ZBEC. It's sitting at 2034. Told you guys, and we'll continue to tell you guys, that this project, I know a bunch of people were jumping into this, and you heard about this project, and everybody was talking about it and all this and that. Well, I told you, I said, this thing right here, you look at it, you pull this chart back and you look at it, this thing had no price action basically for such of a long time, right? You look up in here, it had a little pump here, but really no price action, right? That thing's just trading sideways forever, right? There was really nothing going on. And then they came out of their pocket. They started to pay a shit ton of influencers, right? Which is why you had this big run up here, and they came out with some news that they were going to be doing some stuff with XRP and all this other stuff. And, you had this big pump up here, right? And everybody was talking about it. Everybody was getting in. But I told you guys, I said, it can't sustain itself. Then, this is an influencer pump right here. And I don't know. You look at that thing, draw that line on that downtrend right there. That thing's been straight downtrending for a while now. So I don't know. I told you guys I shorted this thing. I shorted the shit out of this thing. Made some good money shorting it. You know, when everybody was talking about it, I put a short in on it. And I said, this project. This project's going nowhere fast. Once everybody stops talking about it, this project's going to go right back down to its levels where it started to trade sideways and and was chopping there for a while. All your influencers are going to start to sell off on this thing, and that's basically what's happening. So I hope you guys didn't get caught up in that wash. Uh, yeah, the Genius Act did pass the Senate, but we got to get that thing into law. We got to get that thing signed into law. We got to get that thing into action, right? It's about action when it comes to the Genius Act. I think when the Genius Act does pass, it gets signed into law. This is where you're going to see all your institutional money, right? You're going to see all your institutional money really start to come in with these stable coins. We went over this a couple weeks ago. You're talking about Amazon. Amazon's looking at starting its own stable coin, right? Walmart's looking at starting its own stable coin. You got JP Morgan, Citi, and Wells Fargo looking at collaborating on their own stable coin. You look at it, it's it's gonna be raw. It's gonna be something special. There's gonna be a lot of liquidity that comes in the market. Yo, look at here's my man. Yo, Selmo, look at Seiko up in here. He's a day early. He's a day early, baby. But yeah, so when you look at that Genius Act, it's going to bring a crap ton of liquidity into the market, and this is exactly what this cryptocurrency market needs. You're going to see that market cap go up, and people are going to be like, "Well, my project's not going up," or my particular altcoin project's not going up, and why is the market cap going up? And my altcoin it's because of the stable coin. It'll be because of the stable coin regulation. It'll be because of the amount of money that are flowing into the stable coins. You'll see the stablecoin market caps increase. You'll see the utilization of stablecoins go way up. I think the biggest winners of the Genius Act when it comes to stablecoin regulation are going to be USDC and USD. I think them are going to be the two biggest winners of that bill. I think you'll see the market caps on both of them go extremely high. And that's that's saying that we don't know what other companies are going to put out their own stable coin, right? So let's say Walmart, Amazon, all them guys start to put out a stable coin. You get the banks that start to put out stable coins, things like that. That's going to dramatically affect the price of not the price, but the market cap of USDC and RLUSD, because them guys won't be utilizing them particular tokens. They'll be utilizing their own stable coins. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing folds out. But we're here for it, baby. We're here for it. EBT, man. Yeah, I wasn't. We were just talking about Seiko earlier, Selma. We didn't expect to see him until tomorrow, the first of the month, baby. But he's here a day early. Man woke up. He must have forgot. Today's not the first of the month, baby. So the other one, I like Popcat too, guys. Look at Popcat. I like Popcat sitting over here at 29 cents. I like where Popcat is, but you guys know I'm huge on SPX 6900 as well. Just look at where look at SPX 6900, man. I don't know, man. I'll tell you, man. This project, man. There he is. There's my man Seiko. This day, man. Like give me $50. Give me $50. Give me $50, Seiko. But yo, where are we at over here? SPX 6900 had a nice little run over the weekend. You look at the weekend, had a nice run. Very, very. This project's just taking off more and more, gaining market share. Up to $1.29. just continues to move to the upside, continues to make ground, to build ground up on the rest of these meme coins. Look at Pepe. You guys know I'm huge on Pepe. I think Pepe is going to have one of these monster runs here. I think it's going to give me $50. You guys are on it. Give me $50. So when you look at it, I think Pepe is going to have this monster run. But I drew this line right here, right around this 509, right around this 509.989 level right here. You can see it just continues to bounce off. This is a nasty resistance point for Pepe right here. You can see how many times they hit this line and just bounced off of this thing. It just cannot bust above this thing right now. But I do think that it will, and I do think that when it does, we're definitely headed way back up. We're headed way back up here. But this is a nasty resistance point for Pepe. And it just, this thing just gets beat down right across this line. You just look at it, it's like bang, 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 bang. So, you guys, I hold a lot of Pepe in my spot wallet, but every time I see Pepe come up and start to hit this line right here, I take a short on it. Seiko, we missed you, man. Where you been, man? Where you been, Seiko? Where you been, man? Tell me where you been, man. Talk to me, dog. Where you been? You okay? Are you all right? Is everything okay with you? We missed you, man. You're like, are you making it? Talk to me and Ken and Selmo. Are you okay? Is everything going okay with you, man? You making it? We need to have a therapy session. You good? You good, Seiko? We need to lay down on the couch and talk about it. My dog right there. But yeah, so literally every time it hits this line, I usually take a short on it. Just until it breaks out. Like we made some money. We made some money here shorting this thing. Eventually there will be a spot eventually here where I do take a short on Pepe here at this line and lose. There will be a time where I do take a shot. I lose here, and I'm okay with that because I've won so many times that I'm willing to take one L here if it breaks above it, and watch my spot bags grow. Fairground, good morning, good early afternoon to you. How you doing, brother? How you doing, brother? What you buying today, Fairground? But yeah, we definitely got Bitcoin sitting here as well. And Bitcoin looks really solid today. 107.855 right now. Looks like it's trying its best to push this 107.855. It looks like it's trying to push this 108 level really hard today. It was there last night. Looks like it's trying to rebound. Looks like it's definitely trying to get back up there. When you look at it, the 4-hour chart looks really good. And you can, if we pulled this back to the hour chart or even the day chart, you would see that Bitcoin is continuing to set higher lows and higher highs for the past little bit. So there's my man Big Watch. Dude, what's up, man? Good morning, man. Happy Monday to you. Nancy had Seiko. Nancy had Seiko tied up. Yo, she sure did. The stock market was taking off. They were making all kinds of money. Him and Nancy were making all kinds of money out there. And she said, "No, Joker, you ain't gonna be out here spending all my money. We're gonna tie you up in the basement." So that's where Seiko was, man. They tied up in the basement, baby. But Fairground, what'd you buy in today, man? What you buying, Fairground? Come on, man. Seiko's probably another one who's trying to KYC for that pie. He's probably trying to KYC. He's been mining that pie. He probably hasn't got his KYC going on yet either. Been busy buying gold for my for my girl Pelosi. Yo, you better get that password to that TD Amerihouse or whatever trading platform she uses. Um, you know, because she go, the way she looking right now, man, she ain't got that much longer left, man. She's in trouble right now, man. You know. They're Scottish. Good morning, dog. How are you, man? There's my guy right there, Scottish. We just looked at SPX 6900, man. I think we're gonna be good today, man. I think that thing's gonna move, Scottish. Uh, I think the big beautiful bill, Scottish, is gonna pass. I don't know how beautiful it's gonna be. It's definitely big. I think that the biggest bullish piece to the big beautiful bill is that it just needs to pass and just be done. We just need to be done with it. We need to move on so we can get these tariffs negotiated away, and we can start to get some of this macroeconomic stuff taken care of. Just go ahead and pass the bill. Let's move on. It's good. There's some good stuff in there, and there's some bad stuff in there, in my opinion. There's there's some stuff I agree with. There's some stuff I don't agree with. I'm 50-50 on it. I think the market's already priced it all in, and that's what's important for us, right? Did the market price it in already? I think they already have, and I think that's what's important. And I don't know. We'll see. It's going to add to the deficit. If you look at the bill, it's going to add to the deficit. But that's not a good thing. Long term, that's not a good thing. You're not buying anything. All right. All right, Fairground said, I got my bags. This is my party right here. I got what I got. This is my party. And he's dancing with the girl he brought to the prom. Only Puna pie. Got my fingers in a lot. Yeah, I got my fingers in a lot of crypto. Too much, really, right? I'm not DCAing into everything that I have. Like there's just too much there. But I do have the Airdrome. I'm buying a crap ton of Airdrome. I'm buying Ondo. Even at these prices, I'm buying Airdrome. I'm buying Ondo. I'm buying Pepe. Anything under 4 zeros, I'm adding to the Pepe bag. I've added to the OP bag. I do have OP. I've added to what the hell did I just do? I've added to the OP bag. I've added to the PopCat bag. Definitely added to the Arbitron bag. So I'm buying. I'm not buying a crap ton, but I'm buying. It's hard for me to buy into projects like, well, you guys know, I tell you guys all the time, I buy Bitcoin every day. I watch for the swing high, I watch for the swing low, and then I put a limit order in where I think the swing low is, and I buy that every day. But it's hard for me to buy like XRP at 218, right? Because my average is so low right there. Like I'm not trying to buy up, on these big projects like this. I did add a little bit more to the Solana bag just based on the news that we got that Solana is going to launch a staking ETF. It's going to be the first one, and I think that this is going to be a monster. When this ETF comes out and they allow the stock market investors to stake their ETFs and earn yield on them, that's going to be a monster. And so I think Solana is going to take off when that happens. Yeah, I haven't been buying a lot of degen plays either. Fairground. I did get into FUCK. that Scottish brought up to the channel. That one looked good. I got into that one. So I thought that one was a good looking project. So I got into there. But I'm not buying a lot of low market cap projects right now. Just doesn't it just doesn't make sense, right? Um, Tron's getting ready to go public. Tron's getting ready to go public, and Tron is when they do, I think Tron's going to have a massive run up. In the way that they're going public, on the stock market is they're kind of doing it. They're kind of doing it sideways. They linked up with another company, which is basically going to take Tron public. It's going to basically put them on the stock market. Not a lot of people are talking about it, but I think that's going to make the Tron price move. Both of them are on sale for sure. Yeah, they are. They're on sale. We're shopping at a clearance market right now, right? And but yeah, I think Tron's price is gonna move. Like it's just the way that they're doing it though is interesting. That they're doing it kind of in collaboration with another company in order for, because let's make no doubt, Tron would never get approved for a public offering in the United States. They just wouldn't. Your company's not based here. It would be a tough sell for them to be on the stock market, but if they can do it on the backs of somebody else, then that's going to be a benefit to Tron. But here's the other project I wanted to have you guys look at. You look at Quant sitting at 106 right now. I don't know. Me and Selmo have talked to you guys about Tron and about Quant and nauseum, right? This thing was down to like $93 last week. So if you would have just bought in last week, now you're sitting at 106, right? That's a nice gain in a week, right? That's a nice little gain in a week. So not bad. Quant's looking good. The ISO tokens themselves are all looking really, really, really good. So I like where we're headed. I like where we're at, right? I want to move. We haven't looked at this in a while. What's going on over here? What's going on over here? WIF is up 2.2%. Peanut is up another 7.6%. What's up with my boy Peanut? Up 7.6%. Doing good, man. Doing definitely hanging in there, man. Our boy Peanut's out here. He's doing all right. He's hanging in there. We looked at Pepe already, up a little bit. Turbo down, Bonk down. Popcat, I told you guys I keep adding to my Popcat bag. I like that project, down 0.9%. So I might add a little bit more there today. We'll see what happens as the morning moves on. Miggles up another 0.7%. Miggles is going to do all right too. If you're in Miggles, that project is going to do all right. Mudang, we look at it, it's up 2.3%. Not bad. We haven't looked at these projects in a while, like live on stream, but they're not doing too bad. And then we come over here to what we're really watching here and see where a lot of our portfolios sit. Flare down 0.7%. IMX, I told you guys about IMX a while ago. It's up another 3.8% today. Definitely doing good if you bought the dip. Like again, we talked about the Ondo dip. If you bought that dip, you're looking pretty good. Talked about the Quant dip. If you bought that, you're looking pretty good. Let me turn this over to the hour. I don't think we're trading that well altcoin wise on the hour. HBAR up 7%. HBAR struggling to get over 15 cents. Struggling. Look at SEI down 2.5% on the hour. Losing this morning. There. Fartcoin. How many of you guys are in Fartcoin? I had a little bit of that. Down about 8.7%. I traded that though. I traded that project. Elgaran down 0.4%. Jasmine up 0.1%, but not looking too bad. FET, this is the big AI play I'm in. I think I own a lot of that, up to 68 cents. not looking bad. We were buying that right around 30 to 50 cents, so not bad, not bad at all. Like we're definitely doing decent. You got Chainlink sitting over here at $13.20. Uh, own a lot of that. We're buying that between $5 and $8, so definitely looking good there. Market itself is actually looking pretty damn good this morning. When we pull it back on the hour, it's looking like it wants to take off this morning. But like I said, Trump's got that big beautiful bill. Looks like it's going to pass in the next day or two. It's big. I don't know how beautiful it is, but it's definitely fucking big. Like I said, it's going to add to the deficit, which is probably not going to be a good thing. But at least the markets have priced it in. At least the markets have priced it in, and that's what matters, right? The markets have priced it in, and we're going to make money over here in the markets. So that's the deal. But yeah, this SPX 6900. I don't know how many more times I got to tell you we're buying this thing at 30 cents. It's up to $1.26 right, $1.28 right now. So I don't know. It's just buying the dips. You're up good. I mean, even if you bought the dips from 30 to 50 to 60 to $1 this last week, it was sitting at 98 cents. If you would have bought in there, you're looking pretty good. SPX 6900 is really starting to move up this meme coin chart, and it's starting to move up there fast, right? So my SPX 6900 and Pepe are probably going to make massive moves this bull run, massive. But yeah, so today's the last day of Q2. Today's the last day of Q2. We're looking at Q3 starting tomorrow. We all say Q3, Q4 is going to be the massive move for all of these markets. I still believe that. Q3, Q4. I'm not looking at the start of Q3 to be a massive move. More like the end of Q3, beginning of Q4. I think we're going to really start to take off. Interest rate cuts. We're going to get some, but they're not going to be this. They're not going to be this time. Do I think wormhole? What do I think about the wormhole token price? I think the wormhole token price will go up. I think the wormhole is going to be good, and I think the fact that it's going over to Ripple is going to the Ripple chain is going to be absolutely massive for them. People are sleeping on the Ripple chain. I think it's going to do numbers. I think it's going to do volumes. I think wormhole is a key to that. A key to it doing numbers because it's that interoperability situation that we talk about so much. So yeah, I think it's gonna do well. I think because of the volume on that chain is gonna probably increase a lot. You're gonna look at that. You're gonna look at wormhole probably playing a key role in increasing the volume over there. More utilization of your wormhole means price go up, and it's going to help the Ripple net grow as well. So I think it's going to do fine. I don't know about shooting up though. There's really been nothing on the XRP ledger that's really shot up, right? It's a slow grind over there. It's a slow cooker over there on that chain. So I think it's gonna do numbers. I think the price action is gonna do fine. I think people are gonna make a lot of money off of it. I don't see the rocket ship that everybody else is talking about. I just don't see the rocket ship. Like there's really been no rocket ships that came off the ledger. It's just not how they operate over there. It's a slow grind over there. So I expect the same. But yeah, but I do think there's nothing wrong with a slow grind. There's nothing wrong with a slow creep up. It allows you to gain more and more of the market share without needing to spend huge amounts of dollars, right? So I'm in favor of a slow grind. more than I am of something launching and coming out and doing a 10x, and then you don't have enough, right? You don't have enough to make a difference, right? Yeah, you're making some money, but are you making $1,000 or are you making $10,000, right? On a slow cooker, you can make 10 grand, right? Because you can continually buy the dips and continually, you know, you build your bags up. But if the thing just skyrockets, if any project just skyrockets, can you really buy enough to make a difference, right? Yeah. So you make $1,000. Well, what are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with that? It's not gonna change your life. Not gonna change your lifestyle. You know, get to 10,000, get 20, 30, do that, multiple times. Now you're talking about paying some bills off. Yeah, I think it was right around $1 as well. I think it was right around $1 as well. BTC to 150K. This year, I think you're right. I think we'll see 150,000 Bitcoin this year by the end of Q4. By the end of Q4, sitting at 107 right now, 107.7. And it's kind of, the markets aren't great. I mean, it's sitting at 107.7, and the markets aren't technically great. All time high was it like 112, 113, somewhere up in there. Not too far off of its all time high. Breaks that all time high, you're probably looking at 120, 125, and then you get to Q4, you get to 150, get to 100, 150, 150. That's not a far fetch. I can see it by the end of Q4 being at 150. I mean, just come over here and look at the dominance, right? That's all you got to look at. Just look at the Bitcoin dominance. It's sitting at 64.7% of the total market right now, which means all of that money that's sitting in the crypto market, 64.7% of that is wrapped up in Bitcoin. That's dominance. Like, you look at the volume on the ETFs, that it doesn't look like that dominance is going down. Like, it doesn't look, people aren't starting to, these big industries and companies, they're not buying Bitcoin. They're buying more. I think BlackRock and somebody else just put in like $500 million worth of Bitcoin over the weekend. They just bought like $500 million worth of Bitcoin over the weekend. So people, these big industries continue to buy it. So yeah, 100.5 is definitely on the table by the end of Q4. I think by the end, I think if you can get to 100.5 by the end of Q4, the first 2 quarters in 2026, you could be looking 200,000. You'll be looking 200,000. So, and I don't think that that's a far stretch, right? I don't think that a lot of people would argue with me if I said, 2026 Bitcoin is going to be at 200K. I don't think you would get a lot of argument off of that, right? Now people are saying $1 million. I think that that's a far stretch. I think that $1 million per Bitcoin. I think that's, will you eventually get there? Yeah, you're going to eventually get there at some point, but is it going to be anytime soon? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. But you know what? I hope I'm wrong. If I'm wrong and Bitcoin goes to $1 million per coin quicker in 2026, catch me on the beach. Catch me on the beach in another country so I can cash out and not pay taxes. But catch me on the beach somewhere. I'll never work again. I'll never work again in my life. I think it's safe to say the bull run will be extended. I think we're going to go into a super cycle. I think when we go into a super cycle, that's when you're going to see a lot of this stuff happen. I think you're going to see Bitcoin hit that 150, 200 mark. Then you'll see the rest of the ISO tokens take off, and then you'll see the rest of the altcoins take off, and you're going to be in a super cycle. And when that happens, it's going to happen fast, and a lot of people are going to be left behind. I'm not going to be left behind. My bags are packed. So right now, everything I'm buying, I'm just adding to. Like, my bags are packed. I'm just waiting for it. But all right, guys, with that, we up out of here. It's Monday. It's Monday. We're on a short week because of 4th of July. So we got to get payroll in before my phone starts to ding and people start to look for me and wonder where the hell my payroll's at. So I got to get all these guys paid. So I got to get up out of here. It's been an absolute pleasure this morning. Market looks phenomenal this morning. It started to look good yesterday. Started to turn around yesterday. Continues its turnaround this morning. Looking absolutely great. I hope you guys are out here buying the dips, adding to your bags, getting them tokens right, getting that money right, and getting ready for this run. Watch out for Solana. The ETF is about to get approved at any point, and it's going to be the first one with staking. I think that's going to absolutely send Solana to prices that we probably didn't necessarily predict before this news came out. But it will be the first ETF with staking attached to it. So be prepared. Be prepared for that. But we're up out of here this morning, guys. Everybody have a phenomenal Monday. Get this week started off right. Know that it's 4th of July weekend. 4th of July week. The jobs data will come out a day early, which will affect the markets. We'll see how the job market's going. It'll affect the market a little bit, but also at the same time, get ready to enjoy the week, man. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the 4th. Get ready for that. A lot of people have given their lives so that we're able to do the things that we do, right? And Selmo, being one of our veterans in this chat, has went to war and fought for us to be able to sit up in here and talk about the things that we talk about, have the opinions that we're allowed to have without any backlash. So respect that. And respect the people who have done that for us. And we're up out of here, and we'll pay homage to them all week as we're here. We'll be back at you guys on Wednesday. We up out of here. Let's go make some money, baby. All right. Be back at you guys on Wednesday. Bye.